What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into a do you really need video. So I want to start this one off because it's somebody's collab palette, but I've been hearing a lot of people saying the palette looks similar to other palettes in their collection already, or at least they feel like they are. And I know y'all come here for me to do the dupes because y'all know I live for a dupe moment and I love to give a dupe video. So I want to premise and start off by saying I'm not trying to crap on this person's collab. She seems like a very nice YouTuber. I have watched her videos occasionally and she seems like a really sweet, nice person. But at the end of the day, like, me being me, like, I feel like it wouldn't be fair to you all just because I don't want to shadow or crap on someone's palette to not tell you that I feel like there are things that you might have that are similar. So that's the only reason I'm doing the video. I'm not doing it to attack the YouTuber or the content creator or the beauty influencer, whatever you want to call it. I'm not doing it to like be petty and small. It's just more of you might not be able to afford to purchase it, but you still like the color story she came up with, and I'm just giving you alternatives to it. So I just wanted to make that clear to start off with. Without further ado, honey, let's get into it. So I am talking about the Amy Loves Makeup palette. I literally showed this to you all in today's new makeup releases that went up at 7. I did the premiere and talked to all of you all. It was at the end because later on in the week, before I had finished editing the video, they had shown that this palette was coming out. So it's over here for you to see. And I was reading people's comment sections when this got revealed, and a lot of people were saying it looked like a lot of different palettes, and I totally agree with them. So I'm gonna start off with the one that I saw the most people talking about, and then I'll insert a couple other ones that I personally felt like could possibly be alternatives. I'm not saying they look exact, but they could be similar alternatives to that palette. So everybody was saying that the Inslee Rain Cold Moon palette looked really similar to her palette. So I'll try to have it pop up here and then just hold it like this where you can see. But yeah, so I could understand them feeling that way because it does have like a lot of shimmers and does have a lot of like those cool tone, neutral tones, if you will. So I could somewhat see where people were coming from with that. And if you have this palette, I can understand you not necessarily want to get that one because it does have like a lot of those neutral colors in it. I feel like this has more pinks and purples though, and I feel like hers are more like muted neutral colors with fun pops of shimmery shades. But from the swatches I saw, I could see again how people would say this one looks similar to that one. So I wanted to point out this one to start off with, since this is what I was hearing the most chatter about in every comment section that I went to see about this palette and see people's reactions regarding it. So start off with that one. The next one that I thought of personally was Rose Quartz from Miss Huda Beauty, just because I feel like she does a lot of mauve-ish cool tone or like berry tone like colors in her palette. So I felt like it looked really similar to this palette as well. So I was like, let me go ahead and show this one. Y'all know I love Rose Quartz. This is one of my all-time favorite full-size Huda Beauty palettes. I think this might be my all-time favorite one out of all ones she came out with besides the new nudes palette. So I really enjoyed this palette and I can see myself using this as an alternative to that palette. I will be picking up the palette though. I'm not going to pick up the blush palette, and we're not going to be talking about the blush palette in this video, just so we're clear. But I definitely see myself if I didn't have the funds to pick up that palette, being content with this one or the Cold Moon palette or a couple other ones I'm going to talk about. So I actually have an palette from Adept in this video because that's what she's collabing with. If you were not aware, Adept Cosmetics is collabing with Amy Loves. This is their second collab. The first collab they did with my girl Karen Harris's friend Heather Austin. But I have the Minka palette here, so I feel like it has some shimmers that look similar to the Minka palette in my personal opinion, but I'll hold it up so you all can see what you think. And then it has some purples in it, so I feel like this could be possibly a good alternative too, because I know Amy Loves Makeup has some purplish, some grayish purple or blurplish shades in her palette, and I feel like this might be good, or this could just be a good companion palette for that palette if you're interested in getting that palette or plan on getting that palette. So I wanted to show this one as well. It's another alternative in my personal opinion that I feel like would work out pretty nicely for you based upon the shimmers. Now I don't have my phone open to look at them as we talk about them to verify exactly, but these were just some ones that came to my mind immediately when I saw that she had this palette coming. Now the last one I didn't see a lot of people talking about, which I was kind of shocked about because I expected to see more people talking about this one, because I feel like this one is a closer dupe, just like the what is it, the Cold Moon palette from Inslee Brain, and that is the Jewels and Gems from Uten's Eye. I feel like this is a really good alternative or color story to that one as well. So I was like, I don't know why no one's talking about this one. I don't know if this one flew underneath the radar because everybody was excited about their Christmas collection, or people were more concerned about the green palette, because I definitely didn't see more people talking about the green palette than I did them talking about the Jewels and Gems palette. This is the collection that they came out with, the jewelry, like the nice earrings and the necklaces and stuff they came out with. I really like the earring that has the one earring and then like the little hanging loop part. I actually was gonna wear it in today's video when I showed off this palette, but I was like, you know, I was lazy and didn't feel like putting on earrings. It's like 2:30 in the morning, girl. Okay, leave me alone. But yeah, I definitely feel like this would be a good alternative for that palette as well, just because I see a lot of similar tones to here that are in there. I actually kind of want to go off camera and swatch some of these and compare them to the swatches that they have from the Adept palette. So I think I might go ahead and do that real quick. I just wanted to show you all these palettes. So the palette I'll probably swatch is this one, the Gems and Jewels from Uten's Eye. And I'll also probably swatch the Cold Moon of the ones I feel like are similar in this palette to her palette. So I will be right back, girl. Okay, y'all, bear with me. This is my first time doing a voiceover. So we're doing the Inslee Brain Cold Moon palette right now. So I'm gonna start from the darkest shade and then move forward. So that would be the front of my hand. So the darkest shade is Mother's Night. The second shade is Snow Fairies. The third shade is Garnet. The fourth shade is Wolf Moon. The fifth shade, I'm pretty sure is, I'm quite sure the fifth shade is, what is that shade called? I want to say it's Forbidden. No, Forbidden is the last shade, the pink shade. The shade before Forbidden is Rebirth. The shade before that is Wolf Moon. And then the shade before that shade, I believe it's the shade called Khion, Khion. I hope I pronounced that right. But the next palette, here we go, is the Uten's Eye palette. So with the Uten's Eye palette, I start off again with the darkest shade. That would be the dark purple in there. Intoxicate, I believe is how you say it. Then I did the dark purple shade, which is Exhilaration. Then I did the blue shade, which is called Rapture. You know what? No, I did Paradise. That's the second shade. Then it's Rapture for the blue. Then there's Exhilaration, the purple one. The dark brown is the shade Sizzle. Then there's the silver shade, which is Ether. That reddish shade is shade Swoon. And those are all the shades that I swatched in the Uten's Eye palette. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. I hope the swatch portion of this was helpful with these two palettes. The Inslee Brain Cold Moon palette. If you were interested in purchasing anything from this brand, my girl Dionluvsmakeup has a code. I believe it's her code is Dion or Dion10, and you can get a discount on your purchase from Inslee Brain. So there's that. And then the Jewels and Gems from Uten's Eye, you use my girl Karen. Here's this code, that would be KH Makeup, and you can get a discount from Uten's Eye. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on it. I felt like they looked similar to those two the most, and you saw which colors I chose, and I'm sure I told you why in the voiceover, because I ended up doing a voiceover and just putting like the picture on top of the other picture. Something new, I tried it out with editing because I was like, you know, why not? But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you in some way, since the palette I think drops like soon. I think it's May the 2nd or something like that. So it drops sometime next week, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. I'll have Amy's video down below so she can explain to you what's going on with the colors and how she chose it and all that, in case you were interested. But like I said, I didn't make this video to, like, you know, tell you not to buy hers. I just wanted to give you some alternative if you couldn't afford to buy it at the time it released, and maybe you do want to go get it later, but you could settle for these for now. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe if you're interested in my membership. It's down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.